Dear students, good evening and a warm welcome to CSAT Made 2025 series, where we discuss the most exam specific questions and concepts from the angle of your CSAT paper of 25 year. I am Sachin Gopanal, and today's topic of discussion would be math based reasoning, or sometimes it is called quant based reasoning. Okay, what is math based reasoning and how to solve the questions on it? We shall understand that with the first question. This is the first question. This is a bit of a difficult question. Beyond, it is one level beyond your CSAT questions that are being asked right now. However, if you are able to answer this one, or if you are able to understand how to solve this one, you will be able to answer the actual questions in your actual CSAT paper. Okay, let's read the question and see how to solve it. A wealthy merchant had once come to meet Tenali Rama with the following problem. Okay, who was Tenali Rama? Tenali Rama, he was kind of Birbal. We have stories about Akbar and Birbal. The same way, in South India, we have stories about Krishna Devaraya and Tenali Rama. Okay, Tenali Rama, he was supposed to be he said to be a very clever man, or a genius kind of man. Okay, people used to come to him for suggestions. Okay, now a wealthy merchant had once come to meet Tenali Rama with the following problem, and the problem, it is divided into 4 points. She wanted to distribute her property equally among her two daughters, Arya and Sita, and one son, Sonu. Okay, she has 7,000 rupees in the form of farm produce, one house worth rupees 5,000, 3 parcels of land of rupees 3,000 each, and some gold coins of rupees 100 each. Okay, a single unit of gold coin, a single parcel of land, and a house cannot be divided partially. So it means that you can give a gold coin to a person, you cannot break a gold coin and give it to two of them, or a single parcel of land you can give it to only one person. You cannot give one piece of land to two people, and then the same applies to the house. The house should be entirely given to one child only. Also, each child receives an equal number of gold coins. Okay, Arya receives least from farm produce, while Sita receives the highest when Tenali Rama divided the property. Okay, how many different types of properties are there here? 4 types, right? One would be farm produce, then house, and then land, and then gold coins. Okay, and these are to be distributed among 3 children, while one child gets highest farm produce and the other child gets the least. Okay, we are to divide it according to these conditions. And what are the questions? How much did Sonu receive in farm produce? How many parcels of land did Arya receives? This question, it was asked in a state PSC examination. Okay, let's see how to solve this one. Now, how many children are there? There are 3 children, right? Who are they? One would be Arya, and the other would be, another would be Sita, and the last would be Sonu. Okay, these are the 3 children. Okay, then how many different types of properties are there? 4 types. One of them, it would be farm produce. The first one would be farm produce, and the next is house, and the next is land. It is 3 parcels, and ultimately it is gold coins. Okay, gold coins, we do not know how many gold coins are there, and ultimately each child receives an equal number of gold coins and distribute her property equally among all the children. Okay, now we do not know how many gold coins are there, but we know that each child receives equal number of gold coins. So however number of gold coins be, they will be equally divided anyway. If there are 3 gold coins, each will get 1, 1 and 1. If there are 6, each will get 2, 2 and 2. If there are 9, each will get 3, 3 and 3. So we can discount gold coins and distribute the rest of the property so that each of them gets equal worth of property. That will suffice the conditions. Correct, right? Because let's add the worth of each property and you will understand. What is the worth of farm produce? Farm produce, it is 7,000. What is the worth of the house? It is 5,000. What is worth of the land? It is 3,000 into 3, that is 9,000. So totally how much? 7 plus 5 plus 9, that would be 21,000. That would be 21,000. So if the worth of these 3 properties together it is 21,000, each of them they should receive 7,000 from each of these 3, and gold coins in the final, however many gold coins she gives, we can distribute them equally. So the logic here is that these 3 properties we shall divide them such that the total worth that one child gets, it would be same as the other 2 get. Okay. Now we understood the logic behind distributing these 3, and the total worth is 21,000. So 21 by 3, that would be each child would be receiving 7,000. Okay. Then what else? Then she says that Arya receives least in the form of farm produce while Sita receives highest. Okay. And also farm produce can be divided. However, house cannot be divided and one piece of land it cannot be divided. So the only property that can be divided would be farm produce. Okay. Now we need to do a bit of trial and error. We shall assign house to each of them and then see how it works out. Then if we can arrange each of them to get 7,000, that will be our answer. Okay. Who will we give the house to? We can give the house to, I would say we shall not give it to Sita, because Sita is receiving highest. So the house, its value is 5,000. So we shall not give the house to Sita. We shall try giving it to Arya and Sonu. I think we will, just by doing those 2 trials, we will get the answer. Okay. First we will give the house to whom? We will give the house to first Arya. So Arya will get 5,000 here in the form of house. Okay. Ultimately how much she should get? Ultimately she should get 7,000. Gold coins, it doesn't matter to us, because however many gold coins be there, we will divide them equally. Okay. Each of them they should make up to 7,000. Each of them they should make up to 7,000. Okay. Now Arya received house worth 5,000. Then how much more property does she need? She need only 2,000 to make up 7,000. Can she take a piece of land, parcel of land? No, right? Because just one parcel of land, it is worth 3,000. If she took just one, it would be 5 plus 3, 8. So it would not add. So if she took the house, then she should take 2,000 in farm produce. Okay. Done. Next, and Arya receives least from farm produce. Okay. If Arya received 2,000 in the form of farm produce, how much is left? 5,000 of the farm produce is left, because the total of farm produce, it is worth 7,000. If she took 2,000 of it, so ultimately how much is left? 5,000 is left. If 5,000 is left, and we need to divide them between these 2, right? Okay. We cannot give Sonu anything less than 2,000, because Arya received least from farm produce. So Sonu should get more than 2,000. So what is the only option for Sonu? One is 2,000 or 3,000. So 2,000 is also not possible. 2,000 it is also not possible. Because if Sonu also got 2,000, then Arya would not be the least. Arya and Sonu, they would both be the least. So the only option that Sonu can receive would be 3,000. For for Arya to receive the least beneficiary of farm produce, Sonu, he can get 3000, but then Sita would get 2000. So we cannot divide 5000 as, so that Arya will remain the least. And also we want Sita to be highest. But if you give Sita 3000, Sonu would get 2000, and then Arya would alone not be the least. Both Arya and Sonu, they would be the least. So this is not working out for us. What is not working out for us? Giving the house to Arya, it is not working out well for us. So we'll give the house to someone else. Who will we give the house to? We will give the house to Sonu now, not Sita. Why not Sita? Because she is getting most out of farm produce anyway. She is getting most out of farm produce anyway. So we will try Sonu now. We will give the house of worth 5000 to Sonu. Okay. If we gave him house, then we cannot give him any land, because just one piece of land, it is worth 3000. So we have to give him farm produce of 2000. Okay. Okay. Then he is not getting any land. 2 plus 5, 7000. Done. Okay. Then what are we left with? Here now we have to divide farm produce between Arya and Sita. How much of the farm produce is left? 5000 is left, because farm produce totally it is worth 7000 and 2000 we gave to Sonu. So 5000 is left. Sita should be the highest and Arya should be the least. So we will give 4000 to Sita and 1000 to Arya. Now it is totally 7000. Arya got the least, Sita got the highest. Very good. Okay, we are done with farm produce. And house, it is only one in item, one in number, so they are not getting it. If Arya got 1000 in farm produce, how many lands should she get? She should get 2 pieces of land. Then it would be 6000, 1000, 6000, totally 7000. And there are 3 pieces. She got 2 pieces of land. He did not get any. So only one was left, and that's its value is 3000. And who will get it? Sita will get it. If Sita gets 1 piece of land, its worth is 3000. 4 plus 3, 7000. 2 plus 5, 7000. 1 plus 6, 7000. So we divided the property equally among all the children, and however many gold coins be there, they should be a multiple of 3 for it to be divided among all the children. And it says how many gold coins are there. It does not mention, right? Some gold coins. So however many gold coins be there, we shall divide them equally later. So this would be the solution to this math based reasoning question. Okay. Now we will answer the questions. How much did Sonu receive in farm produce? Sonu received how much in farm produce? 2000. Okay. Next, how many parcels of land did Arya receive? How many parcels of land did Arya receive? She received 2. So 2. 2 into 3000, 6000. Yes. Okay. If you understood this math based question, now you will be able to easily answer this homework question, which is based on the same concept of math based reasoning. So what is the question? In how many ways can a batsman score exactly 25 runs by scoring single runs, fours and sixes only, irrespective of the sequence of scoring shots? What is the question telling us? The question is telling us that there is a batsman who can score in only 3 ways. Either he will get single run, or he will hit 4, or he will hit 6. By doing just 3, he need to pile up 25 runs. And in how many ways can he do it? For example, for 25 runs to happen, if he takes 4 shots of sixers, then it would be 6 fours are 24. And if he takes 1 run, that would be 24 plus 1, 25. That is one way of doing it. If he took 4 sixers, if he took 3 sixers, that would be 6 3s are 18. Then he would still need 7 runs. Either he can take 1 single runs, or he can take 1 4 shot and then 3 single runs. Or if he hit only 2 sixers, then that would be 12 runs, and he still has to get 13 runs. How many possibilities are there? Either he can take uh, 3 4 runs, 3 shots of 4s, that would be 12, and one more single run, or he can get 2 4s of shot and remaining single runs, or only single shot of 4 and remaining single runs, or no 4s at all, no 4 shots for the boundary shots at all, only single runs. That way just count them. If he takes begin with 4 sixers, then 3 sixers, then 2, then 1, and then none. Okay, count how many possibilities are there for the total number of runs to be 25. It is an easy one. It will be solved in less than 1.5 minutes. Actually, it looks a bit tricky, but you will be able to solve it in less than 1.5 minutes or maximum 2 minutes. You just use the logic that I told you. Okay. Now this is your homework question. Do answer this one and leave the answers in the comment section. We shall discuss the answer to this in the next class. Okay. And now it is time to answer the homework question of your previous class. Your previous class, it was on reading comprehension, and this was the passage. Let's read the passage and answer the question. Not every voice on the internet commands the same kind of audience. Okay, I will underline voice on the internet. Okay, then when anonymous private entities with high capital can pay more space for their opinions, they are effectively buying louder voice. Okay, I will underline buying louder voice. Okay, and also high capital. Okay, if political discourse in the digital sphere is a matter of outshining one's opponent till the election is won, then the quality of politics suffers. I will underline politics suffers if the political discourse and digital outshine one's opponent. Okay, I will underline politics suffers. The focus of social media is restricted to the promotion of content that generates more user engagement, regardless of how inflammatory the content may be. I will underline user engagement and inflammatory content. Okay, now I got an idea of what this passage is about. It is talking about voices on the internet. The people with money, they can buy voices, and people who have political motives, they can buy voice on the internet. And then the social media, it does what? It is concentrating only on user engagement. It does not bother about how inflammatory the content is or how harmful it is. It will just, social media companies, they are only concentrating on user engagement. Okay, now we shall answer the question. Which of the following best reflects the central idea of the passage? Okay, and we will eliminate the options one by one, so that we will, the last one to remain, that would be our correct answer. Okay, constructed as a marketplace of views, social media ensures instant access to information. Is this the central idea of the passage? No, right? Yes, social media gives information, but that is not the central idea of this passage. This passage, it is talking disapprovingly about voices on the internet being bought by capital, and social media companies, they being concentrating on user engagement rather than not giving inflammatory content. They are concentrating only on user engagement. So, however, this talks construct as a marketplace of views, social media ensures instant access to information. We will reject this one because the passage is talking disapprovingly about social media, but this is talking either in neutral way or in positive way, because it shows as though social media is a good thing because it is giving information. So because it is not agreeing with the tone of the passage, we will reject this one. Okay, let's look at the second option. Social media are not ideal or moral institutions, but the products built by the companies to make profits. Yes, this is talking disapprovingly about social media. We will keep this one as an option. However, we will look at the other two options also. Social media have been created to strengthen democracies. We will reject this entirely. This is talking very much approvingly about social media, and however, this passage, it tells that social media can create bias in political sphere. So we will reject this option one. Look at the last option. In today's world, social media are inevitable for a well-informed social life. No, this is also talking as though social media are very much necessary for a informed social life. No. So option A, C and D, they are either being neutral or positive towards social media. Our option B, that is the only one which is being disapproving of social media, and that is our option by elimination method. Also, by not using elimination method also, we can choose this one to be right answer. How? What is this option telling us? Social media are not ideal or moral institutions. Yes. Why? Because they are concentrating only on user engagement. They are concentrating only on user engagement, regardless of inflammatory content being published on their platforms. Okay. Then built by companies to make profits, because if these people, they are buying voices on the internet, the people with high capital, so these companies are giving them access for the sake of making profits. So option B would be your correct answer. Okay. Now I hope that today's class, it was beneficial to you. If you liked our classes, do watch them regularly. We upload one class every evening from Monday to Saturday. Also share the YouTube link to this video on your WhatsApp groups and Telegram groups. All the best, and most of all, a very happy studying.